So you've got lower back pain and you just don't know how to relieve it. Keep watching and I'll show you how. Hi, I'm Coach Ben from Dr. Me Fitness and Coaching. Today, I've got a great little routine here that's going to relieve that back pain that you've got at the moment. So I'm going to take you step by step how to go through this, and at the end of it, you're going to feel so much better than you are at the moment. So let's sort out that lower back pain you've got at the moment. This is a great little circuit to do at the end of the day. It just helps to loosen up the back and also the joints above and below it, which I'll explain as we go through the movements. So we have 5, as I say. The first one is sideline T-spine rotations. So knees up, nice and tight. Just lie on our side here. Now what we're just going to do is come all the way back, look back over the shoulder, and come back again. All the way back, feel that stretch. Slowly back. So what we want to do is keep these knees down as much as possible. Look right back over. So that's freed out. We're going to go for probably 6 or 8 on each side. 4. Now the reason your lower back's hurting is not because you're weak in the lower back. It's generally a real big issue that people have is that they spend too long in positions that the body doesn't like. So what happens is the muscles tighten up, and because the muscles are tightening up around, say, the hips and the upper back, which is what we're immobilizing now, it then forces the lower back to do more work than it should. And then in turn, those muscles then tighten up. So that's one side. And then flip over and do the other side. Let's take this mic off. So again, we want the knees up nice and high. Look all the way back over the shoulders. Stretch it, keep these knees down, and come across. Just nice, slow movements. And to help with the breathing and the range, if we breathe out here, just find the body relaxes a bit better then. All the way over. And each time you go round, you should be able to feel that nice stretch across the chest. Getting that nice mobility in your upper back. And also your neck. You're turning the neck as well, so we're getting added extras there. Good, and we go one more this side. Perfect. So we've addressed the mobility above the lumbar back. You know, this is the first joint that needs to be mobile. Next, we're going to address the hips. So we're going to sit in our 90-90 position. So 90 degrees at the front knee, 90 degrees at the back, and sit up nice and upright. Now what we're doing here, we're getting nice rotation here of the hips in one direction, rotation of the other hip here, and then we're going to switch it around in a minute. So let's just feel that stretch, and then just to really get the glutes on this right leg here, this one here, I'm going to just lean forward, feel the stretch, and then come out of it. So we're not looking to break any records here, we just want to slowly come down, feel that stretch, bit of discomfort, and back up. Slowly down, stretch it up, feel that stretch on the outside here, good. We'll go for a few more. Excellent, and if it's feeling tight, well, this is probably the reason why, or it's one of the reasons that combine to really put extra pressure on the spine, the lower back. Good, I'm going to go for one more of these. So I'm going to come all the way down, feel that stretch. Good. If you want to, you can have a nice reach forward, but generally speaking, if you've got the back problems, that's why you can't get that far forward. But just any kind of range is better than it has been doing. So we're going to switch over now. I'll show you a bit more from the front. Now, what you may find, you've got one side stronger than the other. So for me, I'm a little bit tighter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just prop myself up here to begin with. So I've got my 90 degrees at the front, 90 degrees at the back, and I've got nice upright posture. So I'm just going to hold there first, get my body used to it. See, I'm pulling myself up because my body wants to just pull myself over here. So I haven't quite got that, you know, that full flexibility there, which is fine. Now I'm going to just lean forward, feel the stretch, and back. So again, I'm going to, as I lean forward, I'm going to just hold this leg. So that's one way you can do it. You can place your hands here. But as long as we're stretching out this front leg here, that's where you're going to get the good improvements there. And then return that posture. So we're just going to slowly come down, feel the stretch, and back up. Feel the stretch of the glutes, and back up. So I'm stretching the outside of this leg here. Forward a bit more. Good, and the last one. Brilliant. So that's kind of stretched out the glutes, got the hips nice and mobile. Now, next up, if we have been sitting for a long time, or in a position like gardening, you know, we're forward here, the hip flexors are the next thing to get tight. So what we're going to do is get in a nice kneeling position, a bit like a bottom of a lunge. This foot's forward, so we've got 90 degrees here, 90 degrees at the back. Slowly reach up, and we're going to push forward. I'll switch legs just so you can see. And we're going to stretch the hip flexor at the front here. So I'm reaching up, stretching, and holding. I'm just going to relax there for 20 seconds. So I can really feel that stretch just down the front here. There, hold it. Now if you want to get an extra stretch on the front here, squeeze your back glute, this muscle here. But when you do squeeze it, take your time, really squeeze into it slowly. I've had people that have suddenly fired up their glute and they've actually ended up pulling their hip flexor a bit, just tweaking it slightly. So really slowly, hold that position and then come down. That's good. Then we're going to change. Other foot forward, I'll show you from the front. So stretching the back hip here, nice posture, and squeeze the glute slowly and just hold it there. So just keep your breathing nice and relaxed throughout. And again, we're going to hold it for about 20 seconds. You can even push the hip through a bit more so you can feel it a bit more at the front. That's where we're aiming for. Feel that stretch and then slowly come down. So when you move in and out of these stretches, just take your time. We want nice, smooth, controlled movements. Next up, we're going to stretch out the hamstrings. So we've loosened up the hips. Now that hopefully will allow us to like just loosen up the hamstrings. So the hamstrings get tight. It's not necessarily because you've got tight hamstrings while your lower back's aching. Again, the hamstrings are just working overtime to help support the back. But if we can loosen those off as well, it will allow us to get a bit more movement in our next movement in the sec. So a band is always best, but that's not always possible if we've like, you know, been traveling or something, you know, we haven't got anything there. So I'm just going to use a towel. I'll tell you why in a sec. So wrap it around your foot, hold it on the ends, and then with a nice straight leg, just pull it back. So you want to relax on the floor, relax your upper body, and just feel that stretch there. So I'm straightening out the knee, feeling the stretch, and I can feel that right down there. So for me, that's perfect. Hold it nice and tight. And we're just, again, 20, 30 seconds like we did with the hip flexor. As you feel the kind of stretch ease off, just pull it back a little bit further and then hold. While I've got the towel there, is if I was attempting to stretch like this, I'm then bringing my body up here like this. I'm not completely relaxed. I'm not allowed to stretch out the hamstring. So the towel really helps to relax your upper body. Then I'm going to do the other side. So here we go. Nice stretch here, put it back and hold. Again, nice relaxed breathing. Keep it nice and relaxed. Lock out the knee so we can really stretch behind the knee itself. Keep it relaxed. Keep the upper body relaxed especially. Hold it there, a few more seconds. And let's bring it down. Well done. So we've got the hamstrings nice and released. Lastly, we want to get down the movement in the spine. So I didn't start off with this one. I wanted to make sure all the muscles, or all the joints above and below the lumbar spine were nice and mobile first. So we have the cat and camel to finish. So on all fours, I'm going to arch up, tuck my chin in, and then I'm going to look up to the sky, or the ceiling if you're inside, and then slowly return that again. Push the upper back straight up, and look up. Nice hold, and again, nice slow movements. Push it up, lots of movement here. And return that movement. So notice I'm just moving really slowly here. Push it up. And slowly up. And again, because of the tension the lumbar spine's been in, the muscles either side of the spine may be a bit tight. But they're just going to loosen up with that movement. We're getting all the movement back. And then hopefully you're feeling a lot better than you were before then. It's a great way to end the day. You know, even if you just feel that lower back and you're susceptible to a lower back pain, you know, do this whenever you've got your first sign. It's going to really help you out. Good work. So some of that back pain's already starting to be relieved. Please hit the like button and subscribe so you can get more of these tips in the future. Have a great day.